So I think I'm going to start with this post over here because it's really simple. It's not really hard to do, at least in my opinion, but we will see. All right, so I set this thing up kind of, with the star symbol on the very end because it's predominant in pretty much all their stuff, and I figure what the hell, we'll throw it in there anyway. And if you can't use it here, you can use it somewhere else. So let's kind of get started here, and the first thing we're going to do, we're going to make a wall like so, and everything that I'm going to be doing here is on odd numbers, by the way. So, and I'm just going to pick this pattern, which can be found under stone. And basically we're going to start out with making this shape that's on the outside of it right here. And basically we're going to take a 7 by 13 selection like this. I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to make this out of stone. So we got 7 by 13. Now I'm going to make a selection this way that is 7 by 13. Like this, to make a kind of like a cross shape here. Like so. And then I'm going to take my add tool and I'm going to build up 3 voxels in each one of the corners. Like this. Now we need to have a 45-degree angle wedge. So let's go ahead and make one of those. Just making a solid like this, and I'm going to go to my line tool and I'm going down to a 2 by 2. Let's find out where I'm at here. But we're going to make a 45-degree angle. So I've got a 15 voxels this way, and I'm going to make a selection of 15 voxels this way. I'm going to paint it so I can see where my 2 points are that I'm going to actually connect. So to make a 45-degree angle, this direction has to be the same as this direction. And I take my line tool, I'm going to click the top and click the bottom so that I have my 45-degree angle here. I'm going to take my paint tool, select another color, and I'm going to go down the length of it here to see what kind of shapes I've got. And what I am looking for is not these shapes. What's up?
You have that shape in your shape tools.
Yes, I'm kind of going the hard way, I guess. But I wanted a clean 45. The line tool has a really big issue with creating a good 45, so I'm kind of making my own here. And let's go ahead and paint this up so I can get another 45-degree angle. So this is not what I'm looking for, okay? Something like that. Let's get back to my black shape here. Still not finding the one I'm looking for, so let's try a different sizing. See if we can go down to a smaller size. And I'm going with 7 voxels here. Sometimes size does matter. I'm not sure exactly what they've done with the line tool, but it does not create shapes the way it used to. A lot.
So that one you're looking for?
Yeah, that one right there, for some reason, the one that comes with the actual shapes doesn't come out clean for some reason.
Should you paste it by itself or against the box?
No, we can give it a try. Let's try it.
Yeah, if you paste it by itself in the area, you get a clean one, then copy and paste that.
Okay, well, that does work. Sweet. All right, so we can actually use the one from the full slope right here in our shapes. So let's copy it after we've pasted it somewhere, because for some reason, if you take it here, and I go to my add tool, and if I rotate this thing, and I paste it in, a lot of times it will not come out clean. It has like a rounded face to it, and for some reason it just does not come out looking as good. So let's back out of that, and I'm going to paste this one that I created earlier. Pretty much like that, and to kind of speed this up, I'm going to just grab that corner and copy it, paste it, V to mirror, and pop it down into each one of my corners here. And this is going to be pretty much the backbone of our little cat post over here. And the next thing we'll do is I'm going to make a selection of a 9x9. And this post needs to be at an odd number because this is at an odd number. And literally, by doing an odd number, I have a center voxel right in the very center of this shape here. And that'll allow me to line up this pole that I'm fixing to make right in the dead center of it with and have it look really good. So let's go with a 9x9. We're gonna make this pretty large here. Drag it up, and we can make this out of pretty much anything, but I'm going to go with wood and go back to my cube and fill it up. So we have this. Grab the very top, drop it down one voxel, hold down your control key while mousing over this to grab the opposing face of that selection, and I'm going to pull it up one. So this is all that I'm selecting, everything but the very top and bottom of this. I'm going to switch over to our smooth tool, and we're going to pound this until we get it smooth enough that we're happy. And usually for this particular one, you see at this very bottom down here, if I click it, it hits this point where it actually jumps over and deletes these corner voxels here, and usually that's pretty darn smooth. Now once we get to there, I'm going to grab the top and pull it down, hold control and pull it up, control C to copy, control V to paste, and I'm going to line this circle that I've created here right in the very center of this shape that I created earlier, and line it up as close as you can and drop it down. Hold shift, click, and make sure that this option right here for the paste with air is unchecked, and click check. That way you can actually see its placement, and then from there we're just going to start stacking. Stack till you're happy. And okay, I'm happy now. And from here, we're just going to select this top part, pull it out on both ends, all the way around, like so. Going to drop this down 2, maybe 3 voxels, whatever thickness you're looking for. Go back to my paint tool, and I'm going to go into my materials, and I'm going to go to metal, iron, and you'll see these dull riveted metal here, shiny riveted, and there's one down here, dull riveted. And it doesn't matter which one you use, it's all good. Now it's whatever you're happy with, and I'm going to paint that. So now we have the greater majority of this pretty much set up. Let's go ahead and paint our corner pieces. Kind of blend all that obsidian that I used earlier. So there we go, we got that. Now I will say this, Draconius, when you came in that day and showed me how to make the anti-voxels like this so freaking fast, that just made my day.
Yeah, the line strings.
Oh, makes it so much freaking easier. So we stacked up a bunch of voxels, we selected the whole thing, and then we smoothed it down to make it really, really tiny, right? Okay, so now I'm going to take a regular voxel, a prime voxel here, and zoom in here, and we're going to drag this up, and I'm going to click my button, and now I'm going to select one of these voxels right here in the very center. We don't want the ones on the end because a lot of times those are messed up. Control C to copy. Now I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to take that little anti-voxel and I'm going to put it on one side, and that's going to make a wedge, and that wedge is going to be is what we're actually going to be using to make the star to imprint into the very end of it. So let's grab that. I'm going to copy it. You only need to put that anti-voxel on one edge for this. Now I've copied that wedge, and now I'm going to pop down another prime voxel, paste my wedge in there, drop this down, and I'm going to basically put this on each face of the prime voxel. So now I have a star pattern that I can actually use, and you can see it kind of looks like it's kind of distorted a little bit. You can either leave it like that, or you can take your line tool and just drag it across the face, smooth it out. And I'm going to paint this with the stuccoed wall, or you can go into your metal and use something like tin, which is a really light colored metal, which also works really well. Give it a shine, like so. And if you notice, the star is also on an odd number. We have a center actual voxel here, so it's literally a 3x3. I'm going to do a Control C to copy that. Let's jump up to the very top, and I'll be able to implant it right down like so. Once I get it into position, just drop it down and click. So now I have my star pattern. I'm gonna grab this here. I'm gonna select this whole entire thing. Chandri's dropping in on me. And I'm gonna Control X to cut it. Let's go ahead and get this other pole out of the way as well. Delete. Control V to paste. Hit my tilde and tab until I get to my rotation that I need. Rotate it onto the side. Tab again, tilde, And I'm going to put this right up against the wall like so, and paste. And now I have a Kerran Sitting Post. So I can come out here and sit my cat's butt right down and just look over the land. So there we go. There's our first tutorial for tonight. Very simplistic, and at least in my opinion. I mean, but I did see it in the image, and I figured, you know, what the heck, we'll do a tutorial on it. So there's our first tutorial right off the get-go. And so when did you want to do your tutorial? You just for me to keep on rolling?
For what?
I was talking to Drake. He probably stepped away. So, like I said, that was the first tutorial. Just something simple. I mean, like I said, let me alt tab out of here, and I'll bring this back over, and you can actually see where I pulled that from. And right there, there's our little sitting post, and I tried to get the shape as close as I possibly could. I kind of did the rivets for the whole entire material. This little inlay here, I didn't think I was going to actually be able to do it with what we currently have, because it's literally really thin, and I wanted to put that star pattern in there to at least give it something extra. And you can see this one right here actually has a little pole coming out the side, and you can pretty much play with that. I do think you're going to probably have a little issue putting this curved next to this big curve here. So I'm not sure if that would actually be viable for you. But it is something to kind of play with. Now when we get the rotate tool, we'll be able to make these poles like we have here, where they're literally, you know, rotated all the way around. And I think that will actually be pretty nice. So play with it, see what you can come up with. Love to see what you can actually do with some of this stuff. If you happen to use that, let me know. I'd love to come over there and see what you made with it. I love Kerrans, okay? Kerrans and ogres. I like the big races, the ones that are just monstrous, you know, really big, powerful type creatures. So, and it was kind of weird I couldn't get a 45-degree angle out of this earlier. Usually this is actually the way to go. Why didn't I think about it? Duh! I could have, right there. I'm going to show you. I could have taken any of those angles and put it up and done this. Add tool. One second. That's not the one I need. I need to find one that's right at the point I need here. That's not it. I could have taken this one right here. This would have do. Could have taken it right from that first one. Ain't that some crap? And I didn't think of it at the time. When you take that 45 degree, as long as it's within the space right here, if we look at it really close, you can see it goes from one corner to the other corner, right? Well, I can take my add tool, put it to the back, put one at the bottom, voila, 45 degree. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I've done that in a tutorial before. Duh! Alright. It's all good. It's all good. Hindsight.